We're going to begin with that breaking news overnight. A fatal shooting on the set of Alec Baldwin's new movie in New Mexico.
A prop gun should be loaded with blanks, but something went horribly wrong here in Santa Fe on the set of Alec Baldwin's new Western film Rust. This morning, a young and hopeful cinematographer is dead. The director of the film is injured, production has been halted, and the cast and crew are devastated. This 911 call Thursday afternoon alerting authorities to a shooting on location at the Bonanza Creek Ranch in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Production shutting down immediately. Officials confirming 42-year-old cinematographer Helena Hutchins died after being airlifted to the hospital. The film's 48-year-old director, Joel Souza, reportedly released from a local hospital after receiving treatment for his injury.
The movie's script supervisor is now suing, alleging that the scene Baldwin was rehearsing did not call for the firing of a gun.
Bonanza Creek Ranch has had two people accidentally shot on a movie set by a prop gun. We need help immediately.
That's the voice of Mamie Mitchell, a crew member making that stunning 911 call from the set of the fatal movie shooting.
I relived the shooting and the sound of the explosion from the gun over and over again.
She's now suing Alec Baldwin and other producers of Rust. Her attorney, Gloria Allred, alleging there were warning signs of dangerous conditions on set. The lawsuit claiming every safety protocol designed to ensure that firearms would be safely used were ignored. Alec Baldwin intentionally, without just cause or excuse, fired the gun towards individuals, including plaintiff Miss Hutchins and Mr. Souza, even though protocol was not to do so. Allred claiming Baldwin should never have fired the gun. Investigators say Baldwin did not know the gun was loaded with a live round, but Baldwin has not commented on whether he intended to pull the trigger.
We kept doing this, and so then I said to her, now in this scene, I'm going to cock the gun. And I said, do you want to see that? And she said, yes. So I take the gun and I start to cock the gun. I'm not going to pull the trigger. I said, do you see that? She goes, well, just cheat it down and tilt it down a little bit like that. And I cock the gun. I go, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? And she says, and then I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off. I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off.
At the moment, the decisive
That was the
moment
the gun went off, yeah. That was the moment the gun went off.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never. Never. That was the training that I had. You don't point a gun at me and pull the trigger. Helena and I had something profound in common, and that is we both assumed the gun was empty. Other than those, dummy rounds, I let go of the hammer, bang, the gun goes off.
We're back now with the new lawsuit in the fatal shooting on the set of Alec Baldwin's movie Rust. The armorer is now suing the company that provided the guns and ammunition, claiming boxes labeled dummies also had live rounds.
This morning, the armorer on the set of that fatal movie shooting suing the company that provided guns and ammunition to the Rust production. The filing against Seth Kenny and his business PDQ Arm and Prop alleges the ammunition boxes failed to state a material fact. The contents contain both dummy and live ammunition, which were deceptively sold. The suit describing a fallout between Kenny and armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed that unfolded over heated text messages after an accidental discharge of a weapon on set, and claims Kenny then told an acquaintance, who's also a police officer, that he never wanted to work with Hannah again. Just days later, on the morning of the shooting, Gutierrez-Reed claims she found a new, completely full box labeled dummy rounds in the prop trailer, but says no one could tell her where the box came from. Gutierrez-Reed says later that morning, she loaded Alec Baldwin's revolver with 4 dummy rounds from her pants pocket, then 2 more from the new box. The suit stating, to the best of Hannah's knowledge, the gun was now loaded with 6 dummy rounds. But when the gun went off in Baldwin's hands during a rehearsal, a bullet struck and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza. The lawsuit claiming that introduction of live rounds onto the set, which no one anticipated, combined with the rushed and chaotic atmosphere, created a perfect storm for a safety incident. In December, I spoke with Seth Kenny, who did not want his face on camera.
It's not a possibility that they came from PDQ or from myself personally.
Overnight, Kenny telling ABC News investigators thoroughly examined the PDQ Arm and Prop LLC inventory and concluded that PDQ's portion of dummy rounds and blanks supplied to Rust were safe. As a result, Seth Kenny and PDQ Arm and Prop LLC are not of interest in the ongoing investigation.
Right now, we're going to get the latest on Alec Baldwin, target of a new lawsuit from the family of Helena Hutchins, the cinematographer who was killed on the set of Baldwin's film Rust after a gun he was holding went off. Baldwin is accused of failing to follow protocols, recklessly causing her death.
George, there is no amount of money specified in this wrongful death lawsuit to quantify the amount of damages that the Hutchins family is seeking here. But it's clear they are looking to hold a lot of people accountable, perhaps no one more so than Alec Baldwin. Naming several crew members, producers, and putting Alec Baldwin at the center, claiming the actor recklessly shot and killed Helena Hutchins on the set.
There are many people culpable, but Mr. Baldwin was the person holding the weapon that, but for him shooting it, she would not have died.
According to the filing, the family alleges aggressive cost-cutting practices endangered the safety of the cast and crew of Rust, and that Baldwin and the defendants failed to perform industry-standard safety checks and follow basic gun safety rules while using real guns to produce the movie Rust, with fatal consequences.
No one should ever die with a real gun on a make-believe movie set.
Nearly a year after Alec Baldwin fatally shot cinematographer Helena Hutchins during filming on the set of the movie Rust, the Hutchins family reaching a settlement in their wrongful death suit against Baldwin and the producers for an undisclosed amount. The civil case now dismissed, Helena's widowed husband Matthew saying in a statement, "I've no interest in engaging in recriminations or attribution of blame to the producers or Mr. Baldwin. All of us believe Helena's death was a terrible accident. I am grateful." And this morning, in a surprise twist, production on the ill-fated Western will resume in January. And as part of the civil settlement, Matthew Hutchins will be joining the film as executive producer, with production involving all key original players. After the settlement announcement, Baldwin posting this message to Instagram. "Throughout this difficult process, everyone has maintained the specific desire to do what is best for Helena's son. We are grateful to everyone who contributed to the resolution of this tragic and painful situation." But still not resolved, possible criminal charges against the star and the producers. The Santa Fe County DA now has possession of the final piece of evidence in the criminal investigation, Baldwin's cell phone. Late last month, the DA indicating criminal charges are not being ruled out. In a statement to ABC News, her office saying, "If the facts and evidence warrant criminal charges under New Mexico law, then charges will be brought. No one is above the law."
Well, we begin this half hour with Alec Baldwin suing the armorer and some crew members from the movie Rust in what attorneys say is an effort to clear his name.
This morning, actor Alec Baldwin filing a lawsuit over last year's fatal shooting on the set of Rust, suing several key crew members, including the film's armorer, Gutierrez-Reed, for giving him the loaded gun that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Baldwin's lawsuit claims Gutierrez-Reed failed to check the bullets or the gun carefully. Questions still remain as to how that live ammunition made it onto the set and into the prop gun, and whether proper safety precautions were followed by the crew. Gutierrez-Reed's attorney telling ABC News his client had no idea where those live rounds came from.
This morning, Santa Fe police releasing a report more than a year in the making. More than 550 pages revealing what investigators have discovered about the fatal shooting on the set of Rust. The report including texts from Alec Baldwin after handling the loaded gun that fatally shot cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza. Baldwin texting his assistant, "I have to delete my archive," just 2 days after the shooting. His attorney releasing a statement saying Mr. Baldwin was referring to his Twitter archive, which he has long considered deleting. The report also contains excerpts from interviews with people who were there that day, including director Joel Souza. Investigators say Joel stated at some point he remembers the armorer, Hannah Gutierrez, standing over him, hysterically yelling, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
Now we're going to turn to the Rust film set shooting. Prosecutors saying actor Alec Baldwin and the film's armorer each facing 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter for the deadly shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
Stunning charges here for the actor and the armorer. The district attorney says that they're warranted, though, citing a criminal disregard for safety. She says that there's a point where negligence becomes recklessness, and in this case, it caused someone to die.
Gutierrez-Reed's attorney released a statement saying these charges are the result of a very flawed investigation and an inaccurate understanding of the full facts. Hannah will be exonerated of wrongdoing by a jury. Baldwin's attorney says the actor relied on the professionals with whom he worked, who assured him the gun did not have live rounds. We will fight these charges, and we will win.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.